Well, and so for me personally, I just feel like I have a very weird and unique situation. I just feel like, well, to be honest, like, all evidence says I'm dead. All evidence says I'm dead. Like, how do you know if you're dead or not? I don't know. But I certainly don't feel like I'm alive. At the same time, it just feels like life sucks. This never-ending pandemic bullshit. It's not just that, you know, it's everything that's coming with it. It's like, what the fuck? But I have this vision and this plan that, you know, in spite of everything that's happened, in spite of being dead and dying, in spite of not knowing where I am or why I am, and on this quest to get somewhere great, you know, in spite of never getting there, and in spite of what's going on out there, I still have this deep knowing that I'm gonna do something great because of it all, because of everything that I've gone through. So everything I've done to do what I've done and to become who I've become is all because I followed my heart and I listened to how I felt. Well, at least that's what I eventually started to do. But I learned the hard way what happens when you don't. So basically, I had to get myself out of a really shitty situation. And that costed me a lot. But I learned a very valuable lesson. And so now, where I stand, I have that lesson so ingrained in me. It's like now I'm so not willing to tolerate what doesn't feel good. And the great news is it's working. It worked. I don't know how, or like if it works for everyone, I don't know, but like it's working for me as I've started to understand what I need to be well, and really honoring that and really doing whatever I can to create that environment that keeps filling myself up as I pursue the quest. I'm learning to establish boundaries. It's making me feel better about myself. I find myself feeling more powerful, and I think that's why I'm feeling better, and that's why it happens. It's because I learned to see and feel the vibration of love, self-love specifically. I really think that self-love is very misunderstood. And I think that until you get it, it's really hard to be a great person. It's really hard to do what you came here to do, or to be able to let who is in you out. And how we give self-love is very different than how we give each other love. Like self-love requires you to be your own doctor, your own health detective, your own government, your own justice system, your own education system. Like, if you really want to win and become the best version of yourself, all the systems that you rely on out there are never going to give you what you want. Everything that is out there is actually within you, and your job is to cultivate the systems within yourself and become the leader of yourself, become the creator of yourself. That's what we have to be doing. And that's basically what I'm doing, what I did. But you have to understand it takes an entirely different way of seeing and thinking. And so the message I'm trying to convey, if I feel like something doesn't feel good, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to not do it anymore, whatever that means. But like, I don't want to keep subjecting myself to something that doesn't feel good. Now, of course, we're going to experience things that don't feel good, but when you become the deliberate creator of your own reality and you're acting from a place of self-love, then you stop experiencing so many things that don't feel good, like rolling up a snowball, you know? Most of us have rolled up a snowball built on pain and not feeling good, so that's what we keep getting. But you have to let that snowball melt by getting still and stop doing what you've been doing for a while. Go within, and then you will basically be melting the layers of pain by doing the work. And then you do the work to build up a new snowball, a snowball of love and feeling good. And so then, yes, you're still going to experience situationships that will be challenging, but the challenges don't have to always be so hard and so painful. And that's what we as a collective, as humanity, we have to start giving ourselves the permission to feel good. We have to give ourselves permission to really win. We have to give ourselves permission to go within. We have to give ourselves permission to awaken. Yes, we have to be willing to let more in. Giving to ourselves instead of giving ourselves away. We have to be willing to change the course. Change the direction we've been going on. So you have to have faith and trust. Faith and trust in your feelings. And it can be so hard to admit to ourselves how we feel because, like I said, it might mean that you have to take apart what feels comfortable because it's what you know. It's familiar and we like familiar, but so many people stay in relationships that are suffocating them. Relationships that are built on pain and hardships. And you think because you got married or something, you have to try to make it work. Like you've been indoctrinated to believe that being miserable with someone else is the right thing to do. And it's just like that is so much of the problem. So many people are in relationships that are killing them inside. And it's just like, it's like, it kills me when I think about it because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be with someone that you don't want to be with, but you don't even realize it, or you do realize it, but you don't know what to do or how to get yourself to walk away because even though you don't sleep together, even though there's no intimacy, even though you're not happy, even though you cheat on each other, it's like, yeah, but you stay for the kids, or you stay because you should, or you stay for whatever bullshit reason you've come up with because it's easier. But it's actually taking so much from you. And so what are you giving in other areas of your life? What are you giving when you have really nothing to give because you're not giving to yourself and who you're with is taking from you and causing you to leak energy out? And then you have these coping mechanisms that are self-sabotaging. So that's causing you to leak energy out. So basically you're just constantly leaking energy out. And you think that you're giving to others and you're being your best self. Well, you're sadly mistaken, my friend. Because you're not giving anything. What you think you're giving, it's murky and it's not really productive. It's like, why even bother? So many unsatisfying relationships. because people are too afraid to be alone and actually do the work that works. Too afraid to actually go within and fix shit. I just think it's laziness.